Will be asked by Honorable Makesini from EFF.
Thank you, National Chairperson. Mongameli, i-country yethu ibonakala ingaqhubekeki ngezi project because abantu i-project azigqitywa ziyamiswa and xa uchekile ixesha elenziwe le budget i-affect ukuba i-project zingaqhubekeki and lento ibonakalisa ukuba singajongeki kakuhle sililizwe laseMzantsi Afrika ngoba lento iyaphoxa. Xa sijonga amabanga, i-poor planning is a problem yokwenza ukuthi i-project ezi zingagqitywa ngexesha. I-dodgy procurement iba yenye yezinto esibonakalayo ukuba nayo ibamba inxaxheba kule nto. Naba bantu esiba-appointayo abe-project managers abangekho incompetent baza nalento sifuna uyibone as a country singakwazi uqhubekeka phambili. Esifuna ukuyiva ke ngokumongameli sifuna uqonda how far ngala mega city wawusithembise yona as a country ngoba sifuna side siyibone in our lifetime. Enkosi mongameli.
Honorable President.
Thank you, Honorable Chairperson. Honorable Makesini, thank you very much for raising all these matters, and particularly some of what gives rise to the abandonment of projects. And as you have enumerated, some of the reasons are lack of capacity in evaluating projects properly, and that would be possibly technical capacity, financial understanding of evaluating projects properly, and also the issue that you raised of corruption. And the other issue, of course, is overpricing. Some of these projects through acts of corruption and fraud are overpriced, and in the end, those who are meant to execute them find that they are not able to finally execute them. And of course, the other one is lack of skills, where people don't have the requisite skills, as you correctly say. This focus on building cities is something that I spoke about, and the good thing about it is that as you go through our various provinces, a number of our provinces are now beginning to focus on developments that could lead to building cities. Gauteng, for instance, is in the process of finalizing building a smart city around Lanseria. And this in itself was inspired by what I said at the national level. Other provinces are also beginning to focus on developing new cities. And if you look at the area between Johannesburg and Pretoria, what we have done in the 30 years is to develop that whole area, largely driven by, yes, by the private sector. And this is where, for instance, just a new built environment area or landscape has just risen, and the public sector now needs also to focus on a number of areas in our country. And Gauteng, in many ways, is going to be taking the lead in building a smart city in the Lanseria area. And indeed, many other provinces are beginning to focus on that. Building a city does take quite a while, particularly given all the reasons that you enumerated. And as they say, Rome was never built in a day. It does take time, but the important thing is that we're beginning to raise our ambition. We're beginning to see what is possible. And of course, we are constrained by a number of issues, including the reasons that you enumerated, but the ambition is there. And I am beginning to see a number of our provinces beginning to aspire towards having infrastructure built that is going to develop our country. And as we said, as we focus on infrastructure, We will be building structures, both public facilities for our people, and the private sector will come in tow as well. So it's going to be an overarching type of built environment improvement process that we will embark upon. And in the end, we will be able to turn South Africa into a building site. I see it coming, I see it on the horizon, and this is the time in the 7th administration when we will begin to gain momentum, because the things that we are now focusing on through the Infrastructure South Africa is to focus on capacitating those who can work on infrastructure, putting in place the financing mechanisms, ensuring that we embark on reforms that will prevent corruption, and increasing the skills that are going to be needed for increasing our built environment. So yes, we are going to turn South Africa into a construction site, and it is going to happen. Whether we like it or not, it is coming. Thank you very much.
Thank